Hey YouTube, it's Budget Bug Out. Thank you so much for tuning in and seeing what I have to say about one of the more requested topics, which is on everyday carry. So this is going to be an everyday carry product overview. Today, obviously, I'm going to be talking about the Victorinox Spirit X. So this is a really cool multi-tool, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. If you have any questions or if you want to know where this can be found, be sure to check out the description box. I'll leave more details as well as links where we can find this product, and you know, like I said, more specs, and just in case I missed something. Well, a lot of you guys know that Victorinox makes Swiss Army knives. Even if you haven't heard of Victorinox, you at least recognize that logo. Well, I swung by Victorinox at my SHOT Show 2015 video. I'll leave links in the description box below if you guys want to check that out. And I got to see some of the new products coming out, as well as some of their awesome best-selling products that are continuing. So this is one of those products that is one of their better-selling products that is going to continue on in this this new year. So a lot of you all know the difference between a Swiss Army knife and a multi-tool. Multi-tools, they typically, technically it's anything that has multiple tools, so a Swiss Army knife could be categorized as that, but a lot of people categorize multi-tool as having pliers. So if you do want to see more on Swiss Army knives, be sure to check out my video on it where I talk about the 5 best Swiss Army knives. And also, if you guys have seen my everyday carry videos, you've seen, or especially my pocket dump videos where I show you everything that I keep in my pockets on a daily basis. You guys notice that I keep a Leatherman Wave on my person pretty much all of the time, at least whenever I go out of the house, for sure. So a lot of y'all know Leatherman, they make these multi-tools, but from what I noticed from the comment section from my SHOT Show 2015 video is that not a lot of y'all knew that Victorinox made multi-tools as well. So this is one of their like I said, best-selling multi-tools, and let's go ahead and dive right in. So closed, this weighs sorry, this weighs the same open or closed. It's pretty amazing how that happens. I know, but anyways, this measures 4.316 inches closed, and it weighs around 7.5 ounces. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about going the multi-tool option. Yes, it does add a lot of capabilities to you, but you know, to your daily use. But if you aren't used to having something that heavy either in your pocket or on your belt, this might take some getting used to. For me, it's really not a problem. But I'm like I said, you guys have seen where I'm always carrying a multi-tool in my other videos. So let's just go ahead and cover some of the features. So just right off the bat, you can see the reflective. there I am right here. Hey everybody, and you can see me. But it's a satin finish stainless steel design. It's very ergonomic, and in fact, just a comparison, this is probably its biggest competitor. Is the Leatherman Wave. But the Leatherman Wave, if you see how that, let's say you're using the wire cutters on that, which also is available on the Swiss Spirit X. If you use that and maybe you're holding down, you're kind of bearing down on it, and it finally, whatever it is, kind of crunches or pops or whatever, or cuts, well, it kind of grabs the palm of your hand a little bit. See how that happens, and it's because of how close the handles come together. You can see. That thing can bite you, and as you can see from my Band-Aid, knives can bite you too. It doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, but it's something to keep in mind. But this does not have that problem because of the ergonomics of the Spirit X. Can you see the difference between the two? So just something to point out. Another difference between the two is that you know, it's real smooth. The rounding, I guess, is the same, same type of rounding, and the handles whenever you're using it. But the tools are all accessible from the outside, unlike the tools from the Leatherman, which you have to access while they're open. Not all of them, but sorry, I'm looking at the wrong place. Not all of them, but some of them you have to have the Leatherman open in order to use the tools. But the tools on this, you can use it when it's closed. So let's just go ahead and go over what those different tools are. So let me just grab. Oops, it's hard to do this from basically looking through the viewfinder on the camera. So the first thing is a pair of scissors. It's pretty good pair of scissors. When you compare this to what the Champ has to offer, I really prefer these scissors over the spring on this. But it doesn't open any wider than this, just because of the design of that. So I know that some people aren't big fans of that, but I say it's very doable. I mean, if you need scissors to cut out coupons, or I'm budget bug out, so I mean, I keep it real here. This is for everyday carry types of stuff. So if you need it, you know, to cut out something, you know, this should do the trick, or you know, clip strings or whatever. Okay, so let's look for the next thing. I like also that each of these you can pull out individually by themselves without any of the other ones clumping, or I forget what this is called, sympathetic responses from the other ones, where one pulls out and then 3 other ones you have to pull out, or you have to pull out one to get to another one. You don't have to do that with the Spirit. Anyways, moving right along, this looks like we just got a little flathead screwdriver. I'll leave links below as far as the specs on these different products, in case you guys want to know the sizes. Just look at click the show more option and see those specs. And this is one of the reasons that I have this on me, is because turns out this is one of the more used tools. It's a little bit longer than something like the Leatherman Wave has, so it has more versatility. It can reach farther, and yeah, it's just a great thing to have on you. A Phillips head screwdriver. You never know when you might need something like this. So whether you have an office job, or you're a carpenter or handyman, or whatever, it's good to have something like that on you. Okay, I'm going the wrong direction now. This has little nail flicks in order to open these, and gotta make sure I don't cut myself. Don't want to have another band-aid by the end of this video. But it has these lockup designs. Really keep this locked in place. Very sturdy lockup. You know, I don't need to go over the details too much on this. Just know it works. So this is a can opener, and the way that and it also has a flathead on it as well. But the way that you use this is just by moving this forward, and you can actually open cans faster using this way than you can probably some of your other electronic can openers. All right, and then moving along to. See, I'm not even looking at this thing. I can just pretty much just figure out where the nail flick should be, and that's where it is. Like I said, I'm looking through the viewfinder. I'm not even looking straight at it. So anyways, this is a nail file, and it has serrations on the edge for using it for cutting grooves. It has a finer edge and a coarser edge as well. You know, all of these multi-tools, you never know when you need something like that until you're like, oh man, I wish I could just file something down real quick. It doesn't have to be a finger. It can be anything. You might also be wondering what this little insert or grommet is, and that's so that you can get a what are they called? Just basically another bit driver. That's what it is, like a bit head. And there's a corkscrew bit driver that you can buy for this. Like I said, this is made. You know, this is Victorinox. This is a Swiss-based company, so you know, Europeans they tend to drink a lot of alcohol, a lot of wine, I should say, rather than beer. So I don't know. I'm not really a well-traveled person, but I'm assuming that's why there's corkscrews in pretty much everything that they make. Just not something that appeals very much to me, but maybe it does to you. There is no corkscrew in this. There is a really nice blade. I do like this. It is a full flat grind, and it's 420. Anyways, I'll leave what the actual steel is on this in the description box if I can find that. But yeah, it's pretty decent, and you know, it's pretty long. It's a pretty long little penknife blade. Moving right along. Let's see here. This thing is one of my favorite tools on this multi-tool, and this is known as a thingamajig. I'm just kidding. I don't know what this is called, but I can tell you what it does. This has a chisel right here on the top, right here so I mean, if you just find yourself in a situation, like I said, it has a really good lockup, so you can use this just to chisel whatever it is that you maybe want to get paint off of something. I don't know. But the corner of this little corner edge is great for opening like the plastic clamshell type of packaging. It's amazing for that, and it works really well. A lot of people, they always wonder, you know, why do you have so many knives on you? And I got a knife in my pocket, I got a knife on my keychain. You know, why do you have knives and multi-tools and all that kind of stuff? Well, the reason is because I get a lot of packages. I'm always opening packages. Yes, those packages are for other knives and multi-tools, but that's irrelevant. Anyways, it also has some wire cutters, wire strippers right here. This can be used, this little serration can also be used for cutting things like paracord. It's great for that, you know, if you just want to save your blade. I don't know. Okay, so moving right along, the next tool thing we're going to be talking about is just the bottle opener, and this also has a wire bender. So maybe you're an electrician, maybe you understand the need for that. And this also has a flat head, and can also be, I mean, it's a thicker tool, and it can be used for prying too if you need it to. Moving right along, I'm pretty sure that's what it was advertised for that. I could be wrong. Double check on that before you do that. Okay, so this is the tool to beat all tools. Get it? It's an all. Anyways, I'm terrible without an audience. Anyways, guys, this is an awl or a reamer. Sometimes, and you can see I've dinged this up a little bit, and this is very easy. The steel on this is so easily resharpened. They don't even have to worry about that kind of stuff. But because it is easily resharpened, it can also be easily dinged up. So just keep that in mind. But you know, sometimes you just want something that you could just, if I could just get in right there. So that's what this can do. It also has a sharpened blade right here, sharpened edged. It is a chisel ground edge for those guys who are curious, and it can be used, I mean, if you just want to save your blade once again and use like something for a ferro rod, or I don't know, maybe you want to make feather sticks or something like that. And this would be great for that. And it has a little hook too, so I don't know, maybe it's something you just want to, you don't want to touch it or whatever. I mean, you can use the pliers for that, but I don't know. Maybe you want a hook for something. Like I said, sometimes you don't realize that you need something until there you are needing it. This is clearly a saw, and this is a bidirectional saw. So the way that this is shaped and designed, you can not only use it for pulling, but also for pushing. So you can push and pull with this. Very useful in the outdoors. Like I said, I mean, this tool is great for not just for someone who's just a handyman, but also someone who maybe you just want to go outside and you want to cut a branch off the tree. I don't know, just whatever it is that you're feeling up to that day. Maybe you had a bad day and you just need to go cut branches off trees. I don't know, because you cut the wrong wire. So anyways, guys, so there is a plier head to this. This is a needle nose plier as well as just a kind of a regular plier. Be careful about you put your fingers in there. Like, you know, reference scar and band-aids. great for different things. You know, if you just need to unloosen a nut or bolt or whatever, or if you just need to grab a fishing hook, or you know, anything you need pliers for. There's a bazillion different reasons to use one. There's also a wire cutter, or what else would you call it? A metal cutter. Just use that for lighter duty. This is not meant for, you know, cutting through big nails or anything like that. I'm sure it can get through some smaller nails just fine, but I really wouldn't try it, because these are not replaceable little clippers, wire cutters. So just keep that in mind, and yeah, you just don't want to abuse this and take it outside of it what its role is. Now this is for lighter duty, everyday carry types of tasks. So these, you know, pretty much any task that that you really need this for, it can accomplish pretty much most of them. Very smooth operation. I can't get over how smooth that is. So I pretty much covered the different tools on this. If I don't, I'll leave in the description box or annotate it. As far as the pros and cons go, the pros, I really like how just the fit and finish and the ergonomics, how this operates. I really like that. I mean, there's really nothing to worry about whenever you're using this. Nothing's really gonna cut or pinch you. The cons, there's really no lanyard hole on this, and there's no pocket clip. There is that, so if you want to put a lanyard, run a lanyard through that, you certainly could, but I don't know, for those of you who you guys need a pocket clip to wear your multi-tool, that's not something that I do, especially for this size, but maybe that's something that you're interested in. I don't know. I'll show you the sheath at the end of the video. Also, like I mentioned, there's no way, if you cut something that's a little too thick, there's no way to replace that. But I mean, really guys, as long as you're not just being real dumb and using this outside of its roles, you really don't have too much to worry about. This is an awesome everyday carry product, and you're really not going to regret purchasing this. You can check out all sorts of reviews, online reviews, videos, etc. Make sure that you search, if you're going to search for this, Victorinox Swiss Spirit X. So this is the X version. There is another older version out there as well, but this is the newer version, and I really think that they corrected any problems that the older version had or was perceived to have. Another thing is that there is no way to open this up if you wanted to really clean it real deep, or I don't know what reason that you would have for needing access to disassembling this other than cleaning it. But that option, you're really going to have to stick with, you know, things like Q-tips and air blaster types of stuff, and oil in order to clean this. So there's no way to open that up. So that is something to note as well. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out my 5 best Swiss Army knife video as well if you haven't already, and also just look forward to subscribe so that you guys can check out my new everyday carry multi-tool review videos as I start uploading those. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. God bless. Okay, and I knew I'd forget something. This is the Victorinox Spirit X sheath that comes with it. There are other sheaths out there on the market, so be aware of that, just in case there's something you don't like about this or whatnot. But this is it is leather. It's real good feeling material. I mean, it seems stitched very well. You got some rivets here for the belt loop. It has a Velcro fastener, so that's something that I wasn't really sure about how I felt on this. But the more I use it, the more actually I like it. I don't know how it, you know, I might have to buy a new one at some point, but you know, it's not too much money. You know, because I mean, Velcro eventually does kind of wear away. But just as a comparison, this is the Leatherman Charge TTI. See how big that sheath is compared to this one. So this does the form factor on the sheath, as well as the tool itself, really shines when you compare it to the other competitive options. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Y'all have a great day.